Hey, Good Fox here. So we have a Market Monday with one of the best auction house people I know, one of the best in the scene. I would say the best, but I don't know everybody. But Ashwin, how are you?
Good. How about yourself, Gut Fox?
I am doing well. So you have a YouTube, Twitch, you stream, you do these things, you do these auction house tip podcasts, whatnot. Can you plug all that stuff before we get into it so people can find you?
Yeah, real quick. My YouTube is MUT snipes all day, all one word. I try to do weekly videos like to keep up with what's going on in the scene. Sometimes I run out of time or I forget to do it, but I do definitely try to like bring up new promos and so because people always get the overview from guys like you and a couple other big YouTubers, like they do the overview of the program, but like I try to go into like the program, how it can affect your coin making. So,
Perfect.
so I
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
that. My Twitch is Air23, LBGA23, and it'll be in the description below. So
Yep. Yep, for sure. All right, great. So if I can edit it all together, they should be seeing my screen right here. Oops. On my team and whatnot. But we're gonna go through your tips. You got a few for us here. Let's just start off with tip number one, and let's hear it, Mr.
I think the
Ashwin.
biggest thing is for everybody that whether you're a beginner or you're doing this for a long time is not to put yourself in a box. And what I mean by that is a lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to snipe Ultimate Legends or I'm going to snipe 95 through 99 offensive players. And the thing is, like, that mentality is everybody's doing that. So I don't think it really, like, the competition is really high. So if you get one, good on you. But like the competition is out of this world. And I know I sent you a picture and it'll get up here at some point. But
Okay.
like I was doing jerseys this morning, and any of the dual chem jerseys that were under like 30K, I was insta buying them. And I've sold a few already, from 48 up to 55. And it was easy. So don't put yourself in the box of, oh, I only look for UL pieces or season stars, collectibles, because if you limit yourself, you're definitely cutting down on your coin making potential.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And so you think there's like people I guess you said it pretty well. They should be open to new things and trying new things and exploring where the market goes.
Yes, definitely. I mean, it's like the stocks. Like I don't play stocks, but like the one big like term in that is like diversify your portfolio. Like don't have all your money in oil. Like
Yes,
get it
yes.
all
And
over the place.
that way, if EA hits us with, say, like a bundle or something, then only part of your stock goes down if
Correct.
they surprise you,
Correct.
and you still have some stock left over for you. All right, very cool. All right, let's move into the next tip you got for us.
My other thing is when you're filtering, a lot of people are only filtering players, and that's like the number one big mistake for a lot of beginners and even pros. Like I listen to these guys talking like, oh yeah, I put the letter C in and then do all elite and go through each team by players. But then if you do that, you're also limiting yourself when it comes to what you're seeing. So if you do it that way and you're not doing all, I know sometimes all gets sticky because all filters can fill up really quick, especially given what bundles are out. But if you do that and you keep yourself more open, you wind up seeing I said season stars a second ago, but like the season stars collectibles, those would go for like 2 or 3K and they sell for 9 to 12. And if you're just looking at players, you're gonna see 50 Isaiah Crowells for 22K a piece because that's his going rate. Um, so when you're going to these teams, you have to make sure that you're doing it in a more widespread, I guess you say, a net.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So like there are so many of these different programs now. So do you say you normally sort by program and kind of look through these things, or what?
No, I never, very rarely do I sort by program. Like once again, I always get that nervous feeling in my stomach that if I'm going through program and I'm looking at the Patriots, but I'm doing the Super Bowl Patriots, I'll miss a Randy Moss for 150K. So I,
Yeah.
I very rarely go down to the program. It just gets too congested as far as not congested, but
Specific.
yeah, well, specific, and you just see the same results. Like if you do Falcons Super Bowl, you're gonna see that 90 cornerback and what Jake Matthews. Like
Yeah.
that's going to be your search results.
So you like, so I'm going through the program right now, these things, and I'm seeing these. Like, I mean, eventually you're gonna miss a lot of these snipes no matter what you go for. But like, I guess the question then becomes, as I'm filtering the Super Bowl present for the Falcons, like what do you ever get remorse when you miss a snipe? Like how often you miss snipes, and that's kind of got to be like the worst sinking feeling, right?
I do miss a few. I mean, we all miss a lot, and that goes back to that competition I was talking about, Fox. Like, if I'm trying to snipe UL pieces on Saturday morning, like I'm well aware I'm going to miss the majority of the things that pop up. But like, I will call it a normal day. On a normal day, I probably miss one out of every, I'd say, 8 to 10. Like, it's not that bad of a loss.
That's interesting that you say that, because oftentimes I say to tell people when the packs drop and people are buying these packs and selling things, that's the ideal time to go in and snipe some material. What you're saying is that it's too competition heavy at that time because everybody knows to do that. So you're not going to have as much success as you will kind of like sniping off the radar things.
Right, and that's exactly the way to put it, Gut Fox, is off the radar. So like Saturday morning, like yeah, everybody's trying to get, like this past week it was Youngblood and McNair. Cool, got it, awesome cards. But like everybody pulling packs that got like say Season Stars collectibles are like, oh screw this card. It's not a UL piece, so who cares? Dump it. But I look at like a highway. All the traffic's going north when you should really be driving south.
Unless there's like a tornado going that way.
Well right. But
Just joking, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Or unless Sly's in a pie eating contest somewhere. I mean, get out of there as quick as you can. but no, on the real, like everybody just sticks to this one or two areas. And if you widen yourself out and say, okay, I get that UL is hot today, but if I go over here, it might not be as frequent, but I'm going to give myself the best opportunity to snipe these cards.
I get you. So what would be, I know you talked about a couple of them, like Seeing the Stars. What would be your suggestion?
Well, first of all, I wanted to talk about Season Stars for a brief minute.
Okay.
As far as my tips go, Season Stars are huge because they're dropping Mondays now, I think.
Yeah.
Mondays, yeah. The cards that came out this past week, like Leotis McKelvin, he was down to like 30K flat when people were like ripping. Well, today, as like 20 minutes before I hopped on with you, McKelvin's at like 45K minimum.
Wow.
So if you're buying on Monday, like that's another big thing. Like the Season Stars are more, I don't want to say widespread, but like the programs kind of have their rarity to it. And I don't think a lot of people really understand that. Like even with like UL packs out, there's more of a chance like on Mondays when people are ripping for those two limiteds that you're going to get like a much more influx of a 92 corner than trying to pick up that 92 McNair set piece. Like the influx is just so much bigger, in my opinion.
Okay, I get you. So, like, well, obviously you buy Saturday morning for a lot of program stuff, but you're saying the sniping opportunity Saturday morning is even better for a lot of things because it's just more people on the market.
Yeah, there's more people in the market, but it's about, like I said, the rarity of the pieces. Like it's the 92 McNair, the 90, I think it's 91 Youngblood, whatever the big pieces for the set.
Yeah.
Like people are hunting those. That's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
Whereas these Season Stars, these other programs, like they're these 92, 93 corners or DVs or whatever are flooding the market, and everybody's undercutting each other to try to make that sale. When if you wait, like I said today, McKelvin's up to 40K, 45K. There's a lot of influx and increase. Cameron Braid is at 60. I think I bought mine the day he came out for like 35.
So do you think, well, for that reason, I mean, a lot of these things are rare because they don't get dropped in the packs. Like that's just a good tip, like, because they're out in packs during that time, but during the weekend, they're not really in packs, right? So that's kind of like the leaving packs type of bonus. So buy on Monday, those Season Stars, and sell on Saturday or Sunday.
Exactly. Like I said, that's what I've seen. All of them have got, once again, I want a disclaimer here. barring some crazy bundle like EA is known to do.
Uh-huh.
Because that messes up everything.
Yeah. But like these cards will go back down on Mondays, right?
Correct.
All of them.
Correct.
So that's a really good tip right there. So yeah, buy it when it's in packs and sell it 4 days later. All right. So moving on, what's the next tip, Mr. Ashwin?
I think that the biggest thing is, and this is just my personal thing, there's never 100% way of like, this is how sniping works, this is the best way to do it. I hate that people like, there's no meta for sniping. Like, I don't care what anybody says. It doesn't exist. But the biggest thing is, like I said, for Saturday, find a letter for your filter that makes sense. Like, I know people just want to do 95 through 99 quarterbacks or wide receivers. But if you do elite, all offense, all team, whatever you want to do it, if you find a letter that will give you the widest amount of, we'll say, results and high end results, that's the way to do it. Like Saturday morning, I was sitting on Slack with a few of the guys, and I was like, I think the letter N's gonna work today. Under like filtered down to UL, obviously in this occasion. And sure enough, like I didn't get any snipes, but it opened up the door to a lot of things because the letter N gave you Tim Brown, Sterling Sharp, McNair, Youngblood, and Marshawn Lynch.
Munoz.
Yeah. Like it, so that letter, even if it just gives you those. And when I was using the letter N, I was seeing 7-hour results.
Oh, really? Yeah,
because just do the 95 through 99 in a UL, you're going to get the hour results. But the way I had it filtered down, I was getting 7-hour results for the Munoz cards for Sterling Sharp.
So can you talk about why 7-hour results and why these filters are important?
The biggest thing about getting down to something specific enough to get you those 7 hours, and even in some cases, based on what you're looking for, like I said, like season stars, if you can get those 12-hour, 24-hour results, a lot of people, whether it's a misclick or whatever, aren't throwing those snipes up for an hour. They're throwing them up for 7 and 12 and 24. So if you're only getting the 59, I call them the 59-minute results, you're missing, I want to say, probably 3/4 of your sniping opportunities.
And can you tell them why there's only 59 or 7-hour results?
It's all based on the auction house. Like for those who aren't familiar, the auction house based on any filter can only hold 100 results. We'll call them players, items, however you want to word it. So if you're doing, I'm just throwing this out there, all elite wide receivers, 90 through 94, and like today and yesterday with like the UL pieces with Sterling Sharp being everywhere, you're probably going to see 20-minute-old auctions. Whereas if you drop it down to all receivers 90 through 94 that have the letter O in them, you're going to see a much more specified amount of cards and a lot more, I don't say newer, but newer cards. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Yeah, the new cards that come up, just filter by the newest and you get it. Yeah, I'm getting I'm doing the filters as you're saying them. And it shows up the 59s, the 23 hours on some of them. So yeah, it's a good tip. So definitely look for and make sure you're getting the newest tips or newest players, like you say. So let's move on. What's the next tip?
Know your limits. I know it sounds like really stupid, but like if you've got 50K, like don't go buying a shot in the dark jersey for 35K. Like unless you really know, like, and that's the thing. I know we've had this conversation before, and as you're going through the auction house now, like you should, whatever filter you're looking at, you better know the prices. Some cards, now this is where I want to talk about the jerseys a little bit. The jerseys are iffy because if you guys are familiar with the dual chem jerseys, you can't really price check them. I had, since those have came out, I price checked one this morning and it actually had 2 other results on the auction house. That is the first time since they've dropped that I've actually been able to price check a jersey. Um, but the jerseys, the chems, that's an issue. If you're looking for jersey snipes, use the chems as you're searching. If you don't, the cover, you guys know this a little bit, but the cover art of the card, like say you're looking at a Patriots jersey, and on the card it says DT ×2, but then on the gold chem it says bruising back ×2. They will not update if you're just going generic jersey searches.
Yeah, yeah. I'm showing off something on the screen right here. It just switched on us. It's very bad for Madden.
So if you're doing jerseys and you're just going through teams or however you want to do it, like I said this morning, I was going through all the chems, and I was using the letter N, the letter S. I was just throwing random letters at it to see where my newest results would be. If you guys, and I'm telling you this right now, if you find any jerseys under 30K, any dual chems, buy them. Period. Don't even look. Anything under 30K is an insta buy.
For you said dual chems?
Yep.
Or so that means when like ABEP under 30K buy it, but single chems ×2 is a no.
Sorry, I should rephrase that. The single chems ×2, you have to know which one you're getting, and I say that because some of the chems are really. I know you've talked about this in your gameplay videos and stuff. Like the chems aren't that great. Like. Maybe. So some of those people are not going to pay for. But if like a big hitter ×2 comes up for even 50K, I think the big hitter ×2 are going for like 100K.
Really?
Somewhere in that ballpark. So I shouldn't say the single chem ones, but any of the high end chems, the ×2 or the one of each.
So I'm right now in the auction house, I'm seeing big hitter ×2 at 60K and then a 61.5K.
Okay, so maybe they're dropping. They've been all over the board. I don't know if it's because people are getting more MUT gear pieces, but they've been
those solos.
From those solos. But the prices have been a little bit sporadic, erratic, I guess would be a better word for it. But just filter jerseys by. That's my biggest tip. Filter jerseys by chemistry.
Yeah. See, I like what I do. I've noticed some success, and I've had some success with it. Is by popular teams like Cowboys. I've done a lot of stuff by Cowboys, and I've made a pretty decent amount off of those filters for jerseys because people tend to, I don't know, love their own jerseys. So they've probably gone down since I first. Yeah, they're down to 50 some, but generally I was selling those for like high 90s, buying them in the 50s, selling for high 90s. I did that a few times.
Even at 50, Gut Fox is if you like I said, if you're seeing them pop up at 30, 32, that's easy profit.
Yeah.
That's a done deal.
So that's the big tip here is look through these elite chem jerseys and based off what Ashwin said and check those filters and all that stuff. So that's a great one. Any other great tips for us?
I mean, I think that pretty much covers a lot of what I do. Like I said, it's not just don't let people. The biggest thing is don't let somebody tell you how to snipe, what the best way is. I'm just giving you guys what I do. I don't think that, I mean, I know I get pumped up a lot. I mean, I'm at 2 million coins, no money spent with, I know people think I'm snobby about that, but with a 96er overall team, I'm fairly content.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty darn good. I mean, 2 million coins, I'm sitting just above I got a 97. I've spent a ton of money and I've got 3.3 right now. So he spent 0 money, and you guys all see the pack openings on my channel. I'm barely ahead of him, and he hasn't spent a single cent. So there is quite a bit of valuable knowledge here. And Ashwin, I thank you again. Do you want to pump your YouTube and Twitch?
Once again, the YouTube is MUT Snipes all day, and the Twitch is Air23, LBGA23. I do try to stream a lot in the morning because the majority I suck at gameplay. I'm not gonna lie. A majority of what I do is try to get these guys that don't want to drop $300-400 in the game to see that it's possible to make some coins and get a good team.
Perfect. Thank you very much, good sir, and I will talk to you later.
All right, man. We'll catch you later.